I have a very special word of the day which I will introduce to you guys very shortly, and it's very important and it applies to everyone in the room, everyone in high school, and especially freshmen. First of all, the bell work. If you missed it before, here is the answer. And here's the work on how to get the answer. And if you're good at math, you probably realize there are more than one way to get the answer. You may have gotten the answer a different way, and if you did, as long as your work checks out, that's cool. One quick thing I wanted to go over before I introduce the word of the day is the class rules. We're doing a good job on other things, but one thing we need a lot of work on is not bringing in food to the room. The cafeteria is an awesome place to finish your food. That's what it is there for. Classrooms are for learning. You don't want to bring in food to a classroom because it's distracting, and if you spill something, now you're wasting class time. So if you need a bottle of water because you're getting thirsty or because you have football practice or cross-country practice or basketball practice or band, that is totally cool to bring in a bottle of water. If that spills on the floor, no big deal. Gatorade, coffee, milk, orange juice, chips, leave all those things in your locker, keep them in your bag. Let's eat in the cafeteria. So the word of the day is going to be time management. Time management is incredibly important, and the more I get to know you guys, the more important I think it is, and the more we need to spend time talking about it. So I made up a time management scale. You can take a look at this. You can see where you are on the time management scale. But I think that anyone in the room right now who has a bad grade in the class, which is anything below a B, I think if you have a bad grade, I think a lot of that is related to your time management skills. Let's talk about that real quick. Time management means you need to finish your work before you start using your phones for games, music, kick, or anything like that that would be considered leisure. Now, that's not to say that you can't ever use your phone in a classroom, because there are appropriate times in a classroom to use your phone. Like if you want to look up your grades, or you need a calculator for a math problem, or you are writing a paper, you want to spell a word correctly, you want to make sure you're using it correctly, then yes, a phone is using that in class is absolutely appropriate. Go ahead. But if you want to do something else that's not appropriate for the classroom, finish your work first. Everything else, all the talking to your friends, the socializing, all that stuff should wait till later, and you should make sure your work is done first, and then, if you have any time left over, and you know what, if you focus on your work, you will, use that time left over for talking to your friends. Other thing for time management, having headphones in is extremely rude, especially when someone's trying to talk to you like a teacher. We are here to help you guys out, get you guys ready for college, the real world, the job, wherever you're going to go. If you have headphones in while we're teaching, even if you say they're not on, it's still rude to have headphones in. So please keep them out of your ears. So today we're going to work on the weekly reflections. We did them last Monday. I put up 3 examples of what some people did. You can see the first person on the left. They left some blanks. They did fill in their grade, they did put in their schedule, which is great, but they left a lot of blanks, and one of the things they did was they were vague in their responses. They put down they're going to keep their grade up. They don't tell me how they're going to keep their grade up. I'm looking for steps to see that you and I both know what you're going to do that's getting you an A, and you want to keep doing it. It looks like this person on the left does not know how they got an A, so we need to fix that. Person in the middle, well, they wrote their grades, which is great, but there's really no action plan there at all. I don't know what they're going to do to raise that C in Algebra 1 Honors. I don't know what's going on. They also have a D in 7th period, and they need to fix that because that's no good. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. The person on the right, they wrote some things. It's great to study. It's great to take notes. Those are 2 good plans. But they really don't have any other plans for their other classes. And they have a 67 and a 62, so those grades definitely need to come up. This next person did a pretty good job, okay? They're going to be on time to some of their classes. They're going to dress out for gym. They're going to be respectful. They're not going to play around. So these are good things. This person got a really good score on their weekly reflection. The weekly reflection is really easy. Okay, all I'm asking you to do is write your grades down and make a plan of things that you're going to do during the week so that you can get good grades. This is one I did. I filled this one out, and you can see everything's filled out, and I've got some specific things that I'm going to do to try to get my grades up. Even if I have a B, like in public speaking, I'm still going to spend time working on making eye contact with my audience during my speeches because I want that B to go up to an A. My lowest grade is a C in physics, and my plan for that is going in after school for help. Anything below a B is not a good grade, okay? I also filled out, and some people miss this, my quarter GPA grade. This is the grade, the GPA I want to finish the first 9 weeks with. I want it to be 3.8. Right now, I added all these up and divided by 7. My weekly GPA is 3.42, so I'm just a little bit off. And my plan to bring my GPA up is really to focus on physics for the week. And right at the bottom, you can see what I wrote, my overall action plan. I've really got to focus on physics if I want to get my grade up, because I could bring that C maybe up to a B or maybe even an A if I work and use good study skills and time management. So in conclusion, work in my class, in freshman seminar, the SOAR class, it shouldn't take that long. If you focus on finishing your work first, you'll have time left over to do other things that you either want to do or need to do. Again, lack of time management is hurting a lot of your grades. If you have a bad grade in a class, I'm willing to bet it's time management. I see a lot of kids playing on phones, having headphones in, they want to talk too much. Get your work done first, then focus on all that stuff. Keep in mind, to graduate high school, you need a 2.0 GPA. So even if you have a good grade here and there, a good grade in English, a good grade in math, if you don't have that 2.0 GPA, you will not graduate high school. If you are focused on going to a 4-year university, Florida State, UCF, University of Florida, University of South Florida, Miami, those schools, at least a 3.0 GPA. Just keep those things in mind as we're working today on our weekly reflections.